Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Advanced Bass Fishing, and appreciate you guys coming by the channel to watch today's video. And guys, today we're going to talk about the jig color that nobody uses anymore, and I don't understand why, because it is a big bass producer. It's something that I've been using for 35 or 40 years. I'm going to talk about it today, and I'm going to describe the situation that you need to use this in, because when you get in the set of situations I'm going to describe, this color of jig and trailer setup is definitely going to catch you the biggest fish and the most fish of any color option that you can get into. So we'll cover that today. Also, guys, quick reminder, speaking of jigs today, we're going to be talking about my Blaukat Throwback jig and my Blaukat Cumberland Pro Finesse Throwback jig. I will have both of those jigs linked to my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of this video. They all feature hand-tied living rubber skirts, one of the few jigs on the market that has that option. So I think you guys will really like them. I'll put that link in the description there. Okay, guys, here's one of my all-time favorites nobody uses anymore, and that's the black and chartreuse with a black trailer on it. This is a jig that you do not see people having tied on anymore. If you go to any bass tournament across the country all year long, you go and look in people's boats when they got the rods laid out and see how many people have a black and chartreuse jig on with a black trailer. You'll never see it. It's basically unheard of. And guys, this combination right here, I've caught so many big bass on it over the course of the years, I can't even count them. It is a deadly color under the right situations. And one of the things that I found out about jig fishing is anytime that you can get them to hit a black and chartreuse, it always produces bigger fish. There's something about the chartreuse combined with the dark skirt that really is appealing to bigger fish. I'm not sure what it is. It's an aggressive color, guys, and big ones will like it. So what I want to do today is sort of talk about the specific set of circumstances that a black and chartreuse jig works with the black trailer particularly. Now, you can put a lot of different color trailers on this. You know, I put green trailers on it. I'll put a blue trailer on it. Sometimes I'll put a black trailer with a chartreuse pinchers on it, like a chartreuse crawdad. But for this video, guys, it's the old school black trailer right here. This is a dark color, really silhouettes a lot. Okay, first thing you need to remember is, and this is one thing I learned from this old jig fishing master many, many years ago, anytime it's raining or cloudy, especially if it's raining, you want to throw chartreuse in a jig. There's something about rain and chartreuse that they just bite it. So one of the things about it, if I'm fishing in a situation where it's supposed to be raining or it is raining, guys, this is one of my first choices right off the bat, especially if I have it in correlation with the right water visibility. This jig color right here is, you got to have just the right water clarity for it. It is a dirty water color. So you don't want to ever fish this color right here if the water visibility is over about a foot. My favorite water clarity for this particular color is going to be about 4 inches of visibility up to about 10 or 11 inches of visibility. At the foot, a very maximum. And even if it's a foot, I want some type of low light conditions. I want dirty water. Perfect condition, as far as the perfect water visibility and correlation, you know, with the rain and the low lights, would be about 8 to 10 inches of visibility in the water. Just something about like that's going to be perfect for it. Another thing with the black and chartreuse, it's a good jig for fishing in and around some type of heavy cover. So this is a really good jig to flip and pitch in the middle of a thick laydown tree or a flooded bush or a flooded willow tree or submerged grass like hydrilla milfoil that's matted, reeds, cattails. This is not a good color jig to fish like in open areas, like just throwing it to rock banks. You're probably not going to catch that much unless the water is really muddy. Now, I have had some situations where I've caught them on the black and chartreuse just pitching like to bluff banks or steep rocky banks or riprap, but the water visibility was really dirty, like, 4 inches visibility max. A lot of times in a situation like that, those fish will get really, really shallow on the rocks, and you can catch them on the black with chartreuse on that. Black and chartreuse is also, guys, if there's one situation it works the best in, it's in flooded cover. It's like when you have flooded bushes or flooded trees or flooded willow trees, something like that, they just like a black and chartreuse. I guess they can see it a little bit better. My first Bassmaster tournament win ever came on a black and chartreuse jig at Bugs Island Lake. We had probably about 6 inches of visibility when I won that tournament on it. And most of the time, or not most all the time, I use it on 25-pound test, Seaguar and Vizex fluorocarbon line with my flipping stick. But anyway, guys, just a quick video. I just wanted to encourage you, just this is a Zoom super chunk here with my Blaukat Throwback jig. This is the exact setup I use with it. You know, I used to use the black pork frog, but now I use the super chunk. Just give it a try, man. If you get in the scenario that I described, tie this thing on, try it. I think you guys will really like the success you get with it. So talk later.